this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. But one of the things, I just got a phone call from a client. She booked an appointment, and I was very excited. We chatted for just a minute as we booked the appointment. But one of the things that was really interesting is that she was really concerned about what someone else thought about her, and so much so that she's making an appointment about it. And it's not to make fun of her at all, because I think we all go through that period of time where what everybody else thinks is really ultimately important to us, and we kind of obsess about it at times. But I guarantee you, it's one of those, when you get to a certain age, and I've passed that age, that you kind of really don't care anymore. And I understand she's young and she's really concerned about this and what all it transpired, and I'm not making fun of her in any way, shape, or form. I just want you to understand, it's one of the things that I wish I had learned so much earlier in my life. So much earlier. I literally fretted about what people thought about me, what they thought about how I dressed, my clothing, my hair, my makeup, everything. I obsessed about it. And I think everybody goes through that stage at some point where you're really obsessed with what does someone else think about me. On top of that, I had a mom who always said things like, what are the neighbors going to think? Or what are your grandparents going to think? Or what is your aunt and uncle going to think? And the thing is, though, even then, I really just didn't get it. Like, I don't understand why they would be so concerned about me and my life. Even as a child, I'm like, so why do they care what's going on with me? But as an adult, and been adult for hopefully a while, I think it's really interesting that I love my neighbors. I have some great neighbors. I love, talking to them and getting to know them and all of that interesting stuff. But I guarantee you, I'm not concerned what they think of me. I'm really not. And I think this comes down to just knowing who I am and what I'm supposed to do in this world. And I think that maybe that's the change, is that when you know who you are and what you're meant to do in this world, it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. You're meant to do it. So if you're meant to be an engineer, awesome, great. The world requires lots of engineers, or a doctor, or an attorney, or whatever it is. Like, whatever really floats your boat, go do it with all the gusto that you can. Like, that's the best part of all of this. So it's kind of like knowing who you are, knowing what you bring into the world. Now, I understand my job is not the normal job, but I also don't work 8 to 5. I have kind of some strange hours some days. My last student yesterday didn't leave until like 9:30, 9:45 last night. And I didn't actually start to work until like 11 o'clock yesterday. That's just the way my day goes. And that's the part that I love. But I'm also a psychic. So I kind of get to assist people in a way that other people don't get to do. I get to help them with energy, or kind of like fixing some energetic things in their life, kind of understanding, the other side, bringing that understanding that I can gift them with my abilities. That's the cool part. And other people sometimes are like, oh, you're a psychic. Yep, I'm a psychic. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I am totally okay with people not understanding what I do. I'm totally okay with it. I really don't know what a doctor does in a day either. So just FYI kind of thing just popped in my head, like, I really don't know what a doctor does. And I guess it really depends on what kind of doctor you are, what you do all day, and if you're attached to the hospital or if you're attached to like an office. That's totally interesting. Interesting. But that's the cool part about life, is kind of what you do, or how you do things, or how you deal with life. I'm a type of psychic that I see clients and I teach classes. Not all psychics teach classes. Not all psychics see clients. Some of them choose is to heal people one at a time, and that's all they ever do is like work on one person at a time and heal. Some people with psychic abilities go into Reiki work, and they do Reiki work with so many different people and different energies and that sort of thing. They love that part. Their energy is all about kind of like helping or assisting other people or whatever that is, like how they do that. And I think that's the interesting part of what I do, and I think that's something that a lot of people will ask me, like, how do you do this or how do you do that? And I was like, that's the fun part of it. I get to kind of set up my day, my week, my month, my year, my own way, and how I want to do it. And some days it's just that interesting. It's like I get to do things energetically at a really cool part in my life. I get to energetically do it in a very interesting way for what I'm doing in my life. I get to talk to people. I get to work through things with them. I get to kind of give them messages from the other side, kind of give my perspective of what I've seen or felt energetically for them in different situations or different things. And I love that part. And I think that's the most important part that anybody can ever teach you, is not caring what other people think, and then do what you love, no matter what else anybody else thinks. That's the interesting part. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.